Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
What's up? What's up? Welcome
Hey,
back
y'all.
to another episode of Who All Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat.
Yeah.
And we have a full house. We got Tracy J, we got Eli, we got Josh, and we are ready to talk about the Traitors US season 2, episode 9 recap.
We got like 85% of a cast. Because I'm not all the way awake yet, so give me like 10 minutes and then we're gonna have
Tracy halfway there. So the J ain't there. We just got Tracy. We ain't got Tracy J.
Tracy is here. Jay is
I'm bald, so I like lost like 20% of myself. So
there
I don't know.
Okay,
so we only got 80% of the cast.
Maybe like 87. 87.
Okay, 87. How are y'all doing? It's been a minute. It feels
tired.
Like. Dude,
yeah,
not too bad. Hey, one thing I'm happy about: it's sunnier after work, and I'm getting used to these days being extended. And I'm liking it.
Hey, Ty. Wait, it's sunny still?
I mean, when I get out,
it was 90 degrees in Texas today.
The sun doesn't go down until like 6:37.
Y'all got
it's cold. It's cold. It's not warm.
It's cold.
But that sun being out,
yeah,
I need it.
Eli, y'all had sun today?
We had some sun. We had like everything.
We did too.
I can't relate. It's raining over here in LA right now.
Really?
Is it cold in Oklahoma?
It's not cold. It's actually like a nice 73.
So no, it was damn near 90 today. It was really 85, but it felt like 95 degrees.
Oh no.
That's crazy. Correct. I'm saying it was a nice day and it was mid-40s.
It was. I could still wear a sweater. It was like nice enough to wear a sweater.
No jacket.
But
yeah, you don't still wear a sweater no matter what.
I do still wear a sweater to work. I did. I was.
You're not rocking cold the blue today.
Come on, our little royal blues. You know, we on the same page.
Yours is a little vibrant though. I like it. I like it.
Just kidding.
Can I put that? Ooh, don't let me not do that.
Don't,
They've been snatched us out the air.
quickly.
Okay, so
and not YouTube. It'll be
right,
people.
You know YouTube.
I saw you rapping.
Right, I promise I ain't got no gang affiliations. Thank you. The only gang I rep
except
is
for the AWAGBT.
Who All Gonna Be
There. And I rep the God.
Okay.
Warriors of Christ.
Annoying. I can't stand you. It's funny that you said that because I just saw this tweet. Or it wasn't a tweet, it was a post on Instagram, and it was like, like a TikTok or reel, and it said, what's the most annoying thing that you'll get heat for or get talked to if you say it? And she was like, ain't nothing more annoying than a newly saved Christian or somebody who just gave their life to Christ. somebody in the comments said, like, he's speaking more Christianese than the 12 disciples.
That's a fact.
Oh my God. But like I said, we're here to talk about Traitors, so let's get into it, shall we? So we start or pick up where we left off, where they left us off, with Kate in the dungeon with an ultimatum. Locked up. She has the ultimatum. Phaedra comes and joins her. She says, accept my offer to be a traitor or die.
And the whispering got me hollering.
Or die.
Will you accept? Girl, speak up.
Oh, we can't hear you.
I've never watched like The Bold and the Beautiful, whatever that show is. I feel like that acting was like on par with
it.
Is.
Yes. It is. That's how they be doing. Soap opera-ish, yeah. Phaedra that has soap opera bad. And so Kay, obviously, she was like, I'm accepting. Like, why wouldn't I accept? It's either that or go home. So
like,
she accepts. And so it's like, okay, Kay, I knew they was gonna murder. Y'all talk about it wasn't gonna be no murder. They not gonna murder. I knew they was gonna have to murder somebody.
No, we were saying they was gonna murder somebody.
I thought one of y'all said that they weren't gonna murder.
It was probably me.
Okay.
We're gonna blame it on
But
Eli.
they gotta get the numbers down. Yeah, they gotta get the numbers down.
So they have to go to the turret and murder somebody. And
it is gonna be a lot of people in the last episode.
It is. So they're discussing like who should we This is funny because when they get there, why Phaedra talking about? So what's the plan?
Baby, I wrote that down. Like, I know you ain't talking about what's the plan, ma'am. You the head. You the head right now. You the HBIC right now. What's going on?
You've been a traitor this whole time. Why you don't already have a game plan? Why are you asking me about what you should know what you're doing?
They would came out like, look, Kate, this is what we doing.
It's like you just got rid of Parv. You had time. You knew you were going to be the only traitor. You didn't know what direction you wanted to go.
Exactly. But this just kind of, and y'all can talk back to us. This kind of just fuels my theory. I was talking to Christy T on Twitter about this last week or the week before last. I feel like Phaedra is relying, or she was relying on Dan and Parv for the strategic aspect of the game, because she knows she didn't come from a show that was a competition show. So she was relying on them to kind of push the narrative and choose who to do and who was the best to kill. And now that they're gone, she like, well, Kate's done this game before, so she got a little more experience than I do. So let me ask Kate what to do now. And she has the social game clocked. She has, the round table defending cases. Like, she can do that. But in terms of knowing who to kill, I don't think she's confident in that aspect. And that's why she's heavily, relying on the other traitors that she has. Hey, Miss Deborah.
Now, I got to ask, do y'all think that strategy and stuff like this is a skill? Like, the way we're explaining it, it's like, oh, Dan and Parv, there's so much above Phaedra, and Phaedra doesn't understand it. In my mind, this game isn't that complex, and most games aren't. You don't need to be a perfect schemer in order to pick someone to kill, which is somewhat confusing to me, because I feel like Phaedra's so fun, and it'd be fun to see her take the reins and try to make a move, because she's so good socially and so fun to watch. And I just want to see her try stuff, even if it doesn't work.
It is. I agree with Ty. It is a skill, because you have to know when to be like, okay, this is the person we need to kill, not this person. So kind of like if we just rewind it back, how last week, instead of killing Byyyeee, and it was between Byyyeee and Trishelle and MJ, they should have killed Trishelle. Obviously, we see that now. Or even if you go back to before Dan was gone, he's like, we gotta let's shoot for Byyyeee, because I know he ain't got a shield. And Parvati was like, I don't think we should even touch that group that was outside. I think it's better to go towards, someone who's not even outside, who we know don't got a shield. Or even take it back to season 1, when Sari was like, I let you and Christian and Cody, I let y'all go, choose who y'all want to kill. But tonight is going the way I want it to go. Because she knew what she needed to make happen in that moment to get her further in the game. So I do think it's a skill.
Yeah.
Josh, what you think?
No, it definitely is, because when playing these games, it comes to a certain level of intuition, of being able to read the room. With Parvati being a little bit more fresher than Dan, being able to see through Peter's tricks. It definitely does take a certain level of skill and intuition and perceptiveness to be able to kind of excel in these games. And as we've seen many times on these shows, on the Traitors alone, not everybody got that.
The intuition is lacking.
Shoot, even the whole strategy shows, Big Brother Survivor, we see a bunch of people like that, but
lacking. Like, how do you go on these shows with no plan?
I think this is really where it comes into.
You cutting out, Tree. We can't hear nothing you saying.
Oh, God, I thought it was me that was cutting out.
It's Tree. She's still talking, and we can't hear nothing she's talking about.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
No,
we heard like a couple ounces. I'll say what she was gonna say. I have no clue what she was gonna say, but she was just gonna say Eli was right. Like it's really a question.
Ain't nobody on this podcast.
Eli's cooking.
Talk them words, Eli.
No, never.
Well,
no, we can't
hear
you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Loud and clear. You just went back on mute.
Yourself again. Oh Lord.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, get your hand off your mouth.
Jeez. Okay, like I was saying, this is Mike. Basically, I think that's really where it comes into play of who the real gamers are at heart, because Phaedra can see anybody coming directly at her, but her blinders is the people on the outside that's not super duper vocal. You know what I'm saying? Because you in trouble, you in trouble, girl.
You in danger.
No, Teresa, I definitely agree with your sentiment because like she's had multiple times to murder Trishelle.
Mm-hmm.
It was like all
she
of us
would
know
Trishelle.
that Trishelle is coming for her
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, hell, a month ago, damn it. But she could have murdered Trishelle, but she didn't because she always focused on Peter and the people that like a little bit more obvious.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to notice what's in the
had her
background.
blinders on. Peter and the pals is where she was up.
Peter's pals.
But focus on the wrong pals.
And that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Even last night, even when her and Kate are in the turret and they decided to kill Kevin. And it's like killing Kevin gains nothing. It gives you nothing.
Not necessarily completely nothing.
Well, it takes away numbers from the Peter pal. So there's
and I think that was in their way. I think that was kind of their number one goal to like try to decrease the Peter pals numbers and sway things back in their favor.
Yeah,
and I do kind of feel like with that they were on paper they were successful in that because they were the three remaining the Peter pal trios. They was out there scrambling like eggs on a skillet. Yeah. Trying to get these numbers. Who can we pull away from Phaedra to come join us in the Peter Pals? Who can we recruit? Like,
but you know what? Right. Now that I'm thinking about it, it actually was the right move in hindsight because I'm just thinking about ahead of the game because you couldn't take out Trishelle because she had a shield. So that would have been a flop. And then Peter, you want Peter in the game because you can't take him out because everybody wants to banish him. So you need to leave somebody up for banishment. And Kevin, and MJ was the only other person on the table that they were probably willing to do. And Phaedra needs her because that's a number for her. And we see, I'm skipping ahead, that's a crucial vote at this round table. Mm-hmm. So now in hindsight, I guess Kevin won the bad one. You know what? Let me be quiet.
Anybody that's cutting me to the check is a good move. So you can go.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you want to say something? I was gonna say it definitely. In their perspective, getting rid of Kevin, that was his name, right? Kevin, was the right move because they need to keep. They can't, even though they were kind of afraid that he would have the shield. Besides that, Peter is the only other person in this house that got some heat. He's the only other person that you could pivot to. Yeah, Loki, she should have killed John.
Because that's who it was. Yes, thank you. I forgot about John. That's who they should have killed.
And that's why John's gonna win this game. No, about that.
Because remember, as we see later on in the episode, when all the Peter Pals,
the perfidious politician, that's who they should have got.
Yes, going hard. They even got Sandra to say, "Look, I'm gonna listen to what you have to say at the round table."
Right.
Mm-hmm. She wasn't talking to Trishelle or Pilot Pete. She was talking to the former member of Parliament.
The perfidious politician is what I said. That's who should have went home. That's right.
I will say that wasn't even their reason for not killing Peter, though. I think if they knew Peter didn't have a shield, he would have been dead, which is at least funny to me. The fact that
yeah.
I mean, they had to leave him, or else Phaedra goes unanimously.
Yeah.
But hey, it worked out for the best that it could for Phaedra.
We'll see. And so after that, we see them, they murder Kevin. So they get to the breakfast nook and everybody, they do what they do. You got Phaedra and CT making little eyes and everything, holding each other's shoulders and stuff. I'm like, oh, Phaedra, look at Phaedra. They're never beating the allegations.
I didn't even realize it was Phaedra.
Hey, Angie. They're never beating the allegations. And this is why, because I tweeted. The tweet went viral, y'all. So follow me at Rockin' Rollers and go look at the tweet. So after, they realize that Kevin's been murdered, clearly Peter and Trishelle, they are on Phaedra, like white on rice. The blood is pumping. They got her at the heels. They are yipping at her heels. And so CT goes into a room with Trishelle and Phaedra, and he's like, okay, tell me why it's not Peter, because at this point I think Peter's a liar. Like, so convince me, Trishelle. She's like, oh, I just think he was trying to protect Parvati. He wasn't trying to really protect her. He was just trying to do that to go close and throw it. And Phaedra and CT at the same time. They both were like, it was in unison, in sync. And I'm like,
They're like,
the allegations.
about that.
And
Never
also,
beaten them.
I also, with something I like to point out with that is that Trishelle saw CT and Phaedra supposed to go off for a one-on-one in the kitchen. And she said, hey, can I join trying to be the third wheel?
Yeah.
And I peeped that. So she's already over here trying to go hard to defend her fellow Peter pal, the pal of the Peters.
And so that conversation, like I said, she was just really trying to defend Peter and try to like really get CT on her side, because after that, her and Peter and John, they kind of they have a little coven meeting. They get together because they see their numbers are dwindling. And they're like, we have got to do something. We're looking at the table, the round table numbers. There are 9 people here. You need 5 votes to banish. There's 3 of us, so we know we voting for Phaedra. We have to pull in CT and Sandra to make sure we get the votes to vote out Phaedra. Because at this point, if we don't get it, one of us going, and we know we not the traitor, so we're gonna be losing for no reason if we don't get her. And so they made it their mission to try to flip and twist and throw votes to get Phaedra
the
out
absolute
the house.
most.
And so with Peter, like she was like, you need to talk to CT because he don't trust you. And so he go try to have a conversation. CT was just straight up, I just think you a liar. I don't trust you. I can't really believe nothing that come out of your mouth, if I'm being honest. And Peter was just shocked because he was like, I'm up for banishment. It's me. Like, everybody's coming for me. Like, this is ridiculous. And so he's on high alert the whole time. And so we know at this point that it's either going to be Phaedra or Peter when it comes to the round table. Obviously, we got conversations happening here, conversations happening there, but it seems like pretty much everyone is stuck on those two. Because even Phaedra, she was talking to Sandra, he's just unpredictable. He's just all over the place. It's Peter. She don't never give a name, but she like, I just think he's the overloader. It has to be him. And so that's when we get to the challenge. So they move us to the challenge. And Josh, would you like to tell us about the challenge? Where it's giving Van Helsing, it's giving
sharpshooter,
Blade.
Van Helsing, what that about vampires?
Yeah, with the crossbow. They shooting crossbows and wooden stakes at glass.
I never think about crossbows as like vampire. I think of I think of The Walking Dead. That's Daryl, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking more like William Tell.
You was giving who?
William Tell.
What is that?
I don't know
that's too much history. That's like 1892 type history.
It was giving Vampire Diaries for me. I got the crossbow with the wooden stake loaded. Alaric, exactly.
I'm not gonna rewatch it. Vampire Diaries was smooth.
Oh yeah, by the way, y'all, I've been rewatching it for the listeners.
Was it 7 seasons? 8?
8 seasons. I'm on season 3.
I got time.
Wait, that's like one of those shows that has like 25 episodes.
22 episodes. Yeah, the old school way.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ty.
Ty knows what you're talking about because I don't. So do tell real quick. What is William Tell? Who is that?
William Tell is just a famous archer who used a bow and arrow.
Oh.
He black?
Good and well.
No.
Yeah, William Tell.
I mean, he could
in the shade.
Oh, I was just curious. I thought you were giving us some Black History since Black History Month.
Anyway.
See, I told you I'd wake up at 9:37. I'm up.
You did. Y'all, okay. So before we started, here's some background tea, some behind the scenes tea. So Teresa was like, she wanted us to start at 9:30. I was like, Teresa, I already told the people we starting at 9:15, even though we started at 9:18.
Take a nap.
And she was like, oh, okay. I'll be up at 9:37 fully. 9:37 it is.
I'm here.
On the dot.
Tracy J is here.
Tracy J is here. Take us away, Josh, with the challenge.
All right, but once we kind of got a relatively simple challenge this week, not too overcomplicated. They in a church, which makes Kate nervous because she's a traitor, not because she's a whore. Her words, not mine.
Oh,
Kate was burning. She was getting.
That's what. I'm glad you said that. Sorry, Josh. I'm gonna do like Kanye. I'm gonna let you finish, but real quick, that reminded me. So when they were at breakfast, Kate, obviously she a traitor. She a new traitor. Why does MJ within 2 minutes? Kate, there's something different about you. The light in your face is gone. The light in your eyes is gone. it's something. It's a shadow about you, Kate. I don't know what it is. And it's like, how she know she a traitor?
And Kate just immediately.
What if? I know this is not gonna happen, but how awesome would it be if MJ voted for Kate? We gonna get there, but that would be awesome.
I saw
they do a tie. Maybe to make them revote.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it'd be so fun for those people to just say something like that every morning. Like, you know what,
John, to see how somebody stir.
You looking goofy now.
Mm-hmm. John, why you got orange juice today and now and grape? What you drinking?
You been getting apple juice all season.
You been getting apple juice all season. Now that's orange. What's going on?
Somebody got recruited.
Treacherous traitor. Yep.
Shoot. Yeah. Sorry, Josh. I had to remember that because that shocked me too, Miss Deborah. I was like, now how MJ got her intuition back?
MJ's kind of been cooking. That's really
but you know what?
Right now.
I'm glad. I think she got messed up because in the beginning she clocked in early and she was on it. Her and Larsa, but when Larsa left, she kind of fizzled on out. But now she kind of, she started listening to the doors.
They been kicking her out of rooms.
She was right.
I really think
listening to those.
I really think that MJ since Larsa left has been in low power mode, and I think recently she just found herself a charger.
Oh,
and now she's back in.
Come on, charger.
Now she's back in all bright and all fully charged and ready to go.
Yeah,
so
that's true, Ty. Ty said maybe she fell back on purpose.
If it is, come on, strategy.
She ain't been the same since
I mean, Andy's not wrong. Wrong. She was expected to die by pretty much everyone.
That's true.
It's like, the traitors will kill MJ because it just got
her. I've been watching y'all.
And she stayed alive and said, you know what? Y'all got it. I'm chilling.
And she did shut up at the round table too. She stopped talking because she was talking heavy them first 3 episodes. 3 or 4 episodes. So y'all might be on to something. But go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry. That just reminded me that I had that. That's it. Go ahead.
So they pull up to this church, and there's all these hooded figures and personas and all of that, and Alan's in there being his usual self. So pretty much this challenge is they got a crossbow mounted on this little pedestal, and up on the wall they got stained glass windows with everyone's name on it, and they go round by round. They have to go and try to take aim at somebody to shoot their glass. And if they shoot the glass, they out. Last window remain still intact, not cracked, wins a shield. The gag is they start out with $25,000 because all these missions have some money motivation.
Yes, that's true.
And every time these trifling people miss, they lose $250.
Hey, that's a decent amount of money. I know some of these people are pretty well off, but
shoot, that's not like me
for missing a shot.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's
a lot of money.
Y'all better start. You better William Tell.
Van Helsing. I'm trying to tell you.
Shoot,
I hit my shot, and y'all cost me $2,000 for missing.
All y'all. I'm like, if you miss your shot, you a traitor.
Trash box. I'm screaming.
That would have been me too.
Quickly.
I want Trishelle gone.
Yeah,
and unfortunately,
we don't get to her. Don't worry, I got it locked and loaded like that crossbow.
Okay, I got you.
But I was gonna ask y'all. I don't know if it was just me, but at the beginning of the challenge, when they said $250 for each mission, I was like, only $250? That sounds like a little bit. But then see how much they missed.
And I was like, dang.
I said statement redacted.
Alan was like, another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
Baby, he was just like, y'all suck.
He over here taking pride of each one of those missed shots goes into his paycheck.
Facts. You're down $5,000, players.
So they go and they start shooting around. Phaedra's up first, and she wanted to go shoot at John. John looked like he was offended. Was like, whatever, John.
Because she said, ain't nobody, John don't need no shield. Ain't nobody think about John.
Really, truly.
For the dumbest reason
nobody.
Ever, we know he's a faithful, so he doesn't need a shield. Huh?
They should have said John.
And that's what I literally said that because everybody was just going after John for the first 10 minutes. It felt like I'm like, so
he
this
don't
lets
never
me
get
know
called up.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is why I know he should have been the one killed.
That's true. He should have been the one.
Yeah, because the longer you keep him around, like, who else are you going to pivot to? Who else are you going to pivot to at the round table? Phaedra.
Right.
John gonna scurry his way to a check.
Yeah. Okay. That's why it just goes back to what we were all saying. How this game, it doesn't appear on the surface to need skill or strategy, but you have to.
That's a fact.
To know. You have to know that some faithfuls, you are super. You know how some people have super Greeks on campus. For those who know Greek, you know you super Greek. You always wearing your paraphernalia, so we call them super Greeks. If you know somebody is super faithful, they need to go.
They need to be murdered expeditiously. I'd be like,
get rid of the super faithful.
I would be like, okay, who does everyone not think is a traitor? That's who we need to kill.
Exactly.
What the hell going on now, son?
Uh-oh.
He gonna be black.
She's going.
Anyway. Duck.
Finish telling us about the challenge, because she.
Okay, so the time gone, everybody missing everything left and right out here shooting like they Mr. Magoo. And it wasn't until they were shooting all over the place, and then Phaedra was like, okay, I'm going to shoot a charade. Just because it's right here in the middle. And last time I shot at someone, I was just a little bit under. So I think, okay, if I go now, I think I can hit another person. I didn't hit something. And then she did it, but she missed. But however, she didn't clock the strategy that everyone else kind of fell in line with. So like, we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to work our way up. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
And they go and do that. They knock out Charade. They knock out Sandra. They knock out Phaedra. They knock out, and until it's like 4 people left. It was CT, John, Trishelle, and who's the last person on top?
Kate.
So they all trying to go. They're on the left side of the column. They're trying to shoot for CT, but they keep missing. And missing. And here's a key detail. It's about to be Phaedra's turn. Yeah. Sandra.
Clock it.
Sandra.
Twine.
Said her full name because she needs her full recognition for this.
Yes.
She said, we need to go and try to shoot at Trishelle because she's over here by herself and it's going to be an easier shot. So then, when it's Phaedra's turn, she reiterates kind of the same mentality that Sandra DS Twine said. And so she shoots at Trishelle. She misses, but now all of a sudden that makes her look suspicious like she a traitor.
Yo, people were blaming Sandra too, though.
Only CT blamed her.
One person blames
CT and Trishelle. Both said, you know what? I think that means they're both traitors. And I don't think that's a mistake. It's not like Sandra ain't get any heat for saying that. She got.
But the thing is that like she only got heat because of CT was sitting right between the two of them.
Yeah.
But
and CT said, I'm keeping that in my pocket and I'm bringing that up next week because we're getting Phaedra out.
And that's no purpose. I'm talking about in this immediacy. I'm just like, I thought y'all goal was to try to get as much money as possible.
Right.
What we saw at the beginning of this challenge, whatever y'all was doing was not working. Y'all pivoted to something else that worked.
But God forbid we take out the damsel in distress Trishelle. Like,
no, I feel like it was stupid. I'll stand 10 toes that it was stupid to change. Why would you change?
They couldn't get CT.
Why would you go? You got to go to the top row anyway.
I'm with Eli on this
tweak it. You got to slowly tweak it, and you're gonna hit it eventually. It's not like moving all the way down here will help because you still got to move up to the top. You're making an extra step. If you line it up on the top, all you got to do is hit the one on the top left, shift a little bit, hit it, shift a little bit, hit it.
You're not wrong, but.
However,
I think it was stupid.
Y'all looking at the,
but I get why she did
name on the paper. Y'all looking at the name. If it was any other name, if someone moved it from Trishelle to gosh dang,
if that been genre, it wouldn't even. Most people wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't be tripping at all.
But
now
that's what I'm saying.
It's simply
so what is about her?
Trishelle, because she run her mouth.
Because she's trying to be
run her mouth.
So what if it was Phaedra's name and she decided to move down now? Is she a traitor because she moved to go get her own name that's down there?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
She's not.
So because, again, Miss Cinderella lost the glass slipper. Now she all in danger, needs somebody to protect her, needs somebody to cover for her. Now we all of a sudden, it's a big thing.
I think it's like the part of the, I don't know, you make a decision as a group. Why shift from the group thought?
Well, because it wasn't working. Well, CT name wasn't getting cracked, so we need to do something else.
All right, then you're gonna get flamed for going away from the group. That's the way these games work.
And that's
You're
fine. You
always
can be
gonna
mad.
get flamed.
It just happened to be Trishelle because, like you said, I think I said it too. If it was any other name, I don't think they would even have said anything.
Because she's the one that made that a much bigger deal because of the circumstances. Like, and the one that is particularly that was Phaedra, the one that took the shots. Like, and it made it seem like, she's just doing this because she was coming after her at the round table with all her points and all her notes and her notebooks and her ugly hats.
I ain't seen a notebook yet.
Yeah, I really just think
I wish Phaedra would have just said, "You've been running your mouth, so I'm gonna just shoot for you," and leave it at that.
Honestly,
you a traitor. You just getting on my nerves. That's why I shot at you. Next,
and honestly, I would have came clean because obviously, I know Josh should get to it, but like they was like, you just didn't want her to get a shield because you don't want her to get murdered. Yeah, because I don't like her. So yeah,
and it's not like it can't be multi-purpose. Like it's gonna be easier shot, and I don't want to get a shield.
Yeah,
bang bang.
Did. Yep,
You're welcome for the extra $250 in the jackpot.
Yep, you wanted her there. You don't want her to get murdered. Yeah, I want her vulnerable. I want her to get killed, dude. Yep, because I'm sick of her.
Yep.
If I can't banish her, I want her dead.
Put on a chopping block.
Y'all ain't gonna vote her out, so I better pray these traitors do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honest. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then everyone else is like kind of suspicious, but whatever. They still follow in line with what Phaedra said, and they eventually go for Trishelle. Her glass shatters, and I was happy. Then they get Kate, and then CT takes the last shot at John, and CT gets the shield. And they get just a hair above 250. That's how much they had left.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a decent chunk of change.
It is a decent little cup of change.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
Lost 10K? Now that sounds kind of crazy, but if you look at it from the positive, 15K, not too bad.
Yeah, Angie, that's what Eli was saying. Like it didn't logically, it didn't make sense for them to jump down. It didn't. I can agree with that. It does. I don't know. I wouldn't say it necessarily was suspicious. I mean, like you said, any and everything that you do can be considered suspicious. I don't think it was logical, but because Sandra was kind of, I feel like I'm in the realm of Sandra. Clearly, we ain't hitting nobody at the top. So let's just try back down here.
Yeah.
We started down here. It wasn't working. Moved up.
And also, let me jump back in since we're going on that road. Phaedra said that it would be easy to go for Trishelle because that would be the easier shot. Because remember, at this time, the only fort, as we see CT drew a diagram later, if it's take over 1 through 9, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 9 are left. How that number 6 get shot if we're supposed to be working our way up?
Because they started at all the middle ones.
But no, Sherelle.
I think they went bottom middle, and then they went to the left, and then they just went out of, you know what?
Oh, that's what Angie's saying. Okay, that's what Angie. Yeah, how she get stuck in that little corner?
Ooh.
Facts, because her should have been got before they even got to the top row. I'm with you, Angie. Exactly. See, I knew I was y'all. See, Eli got me confused. Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, y'all. That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
Trishelle, her thing should have been gone. But we moved.
Now, what would have been an interesting conversation, sorry to say one last thing, but when it was between John and CT, if they would have like kept shifting back and forth, or if CT or John would have been like, you know what, we just need the money. Because that would have potentially been another
need that check.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's so CT got the little shield or whatever, but he was not happy because he was so upset at Sandra and Phaedra for trying to intentionally keep Trishelle from getting a shield so she could be murdered. So he back on his, Captain Saver blank. And
now
he on that. He on that. And so I'm just like, you just gave the girl a shield last week. Why she need another shield, CT?
It's a damn stress thing. I was like, girl, give it up. You not that. If you didn't keep running your mouth at only the women of color, then you would have to be so worried about getting murdered.
So CT annoyed me. I'm so upset with CT this episode. Like, sir, get it together. I mean, I know you're trying to play the game, but play for us too. Do what we want you to do.
Do what I want you to do.
Exactly. So, we get back to the castle after the challenge, and Trishelle and Peter, they still on Phaedra gotta go. We gotta get her. We have to let's come up with a plan. We're gonna split her from the group. I'm gonna go talk to her in his room, which was not a bad strategy. I mean, split her up from the herd. You know, that's what the lions do. Split the weakest link out from the herd so we can get them and corner them. And while I'm talking to her and deceiving her, you go in here and you try to flip these votes. And so before they do that, CT pulled Trishelle aside, was like, I believe you pretty much. I'm voting Phaedra out tonight because what they did, Sandra, and I'm got suspicions of Sandra now because they both went for you and we didn't have to. So it make me feel like they trying to get you murdered. So I'm voting with you. I'm gonna protect you. I'm voting Phaedra with you. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't even expect CT to do it. And so now she got a little pep in her step. She feeling herself. She got a little extra entitlement up under her hat, up under them little whatever she be wearing. And so she goes into the room and she's trying to, when Sandra comes in, they were like, Sandra, we need you to vote with us, X, Y, and Z. We need you to hear what we're saying. She said, I'm going to listen to what John got to say. If John convinces me, that's who I'm going to go with. And so they like, John, please, John, why you at the table, John? You got to convince her, John. Please, John.
Oh my God.
I'm like, y'all so desperate. It's crazy. I vote y'all out just for being so desperate. And so I can't stand a desperate.
Don't you call these people desperate?
That's what they know they on the ropes. Phaedra ain't even did nothing, and they know it's a slim chance that they could be.
Because I feel like they know that they're gonna keep killing them, so it's like they gotta hit the end game. They gotta get the traitor because the traitor don't like them.
They gotta hit it hard, and Phaedra's not one. She's not one to be trifled with, and they scared of her at that round table, and that's why they sick their best person on her tonight. They sick their best. We listen. We can't play games. Parvati tried it, didn't work. Dan tried it, didn't work. Peter tried it, didn't work. So we gotta sick our best person on her tonight. And so
LeBron on Kawhi. That's what this is. Basketball terms, you get LeBron, you put Kawhi on him, try to stop him, but you still can't stop LeBron.
You can't stop him. So Peter, they play in motion. Phaedra, let's go talk in this room over here. Let's go talk in this little room. So they go to the little nook. And here go Sandra and Kate over here trying to listen up against the see what they saying.
Just water it.
And so, who Alexa in there speaking?
I know some of y'all said something about y'all always trigger my damn Google Home because now why should you speak Chinese?
Right, she was talking Chinese. I thought I heard Chinese.
What about there saying? And one last thing.
Oh my God. And so I'm gonna say MJ. So Trishelle goes in there and she's pleading with MJ and Sandra and Sheree's like, listen, I know y'all close, but y'all can't worry about who's your friend. We gotta get this traitor out, and I believe Phaedra is a traitor. We need you to vote. And pretty much that was she just stating her case. I don't really care what she was saying because I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Peter and Phaedra in the room. He's just making small talk. I don't think you're a traitor anymore. We can work together. You know, the same old BS Peter been talking for the last two and a half weeks. Just, as a distraction. So the main course of it all, we get to this round table. Did I miss anything before we get to this round table?
Did you get Kate eavesdropping?
Kate was eavesdropping, yes.
I just want to say it was funny of Trishelle trying to poke at the ego though of the Bravo girls, saying y'all Bravo girls, y'all just gonna stick with the Bravo girls, and MJ was like, no, I'm not. I'm not here for the Bravo girls.
Oh, facts. She did do that. So I could see her. That was kind of
because that was important. That was important to set up what we ended up seeing. Because just jabbing at that ego, saying, "Hey, you aren't built for this. I know what you're gonna do," and just that is enough to sometimes challenge people to flip.
Yeah, basically y'all ain't even trying to play the game or whatever. Y'all just gonna sign the check to a Bravo girl. You ain't gonna vote for her. She could be a traitor, and y'all just gonna sign the check over to her. Type. And it wasn't a bad strategy. Again, what they did tonight wasn't bad. Let us just disclaimer. People are saying, and they've been saying, why are y'all mad at Peter? Why are y'all mad at Trishelle?
I'm one of these people sometimes.
They playing the game. Playing the game.
I got the answer here.
I'm these people.
Go ahead, Josh.
We don't like them.
We don't like them. We do not like
It's
them.
the only reason. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just
Y'all, let me fight for my draft. Let me fight for my draft because I got Peter and John. And
No,
they swimming.
I need you to fail, Eli.
We need you to fail. And I honestly, and I tweeted this from the pod account as well. It's like, yeah, they may be playing a good game, like what they're doing as a faithful, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But because we don't like them, we don't want them to succeed. So I said that as long as they don't make it to the end, Peter and Trishelle, I don't care who wins, as long as they don't win. If Phaedra can't win, as long as those two don't make it to the end, I'll be satisfied.
Right. And on one other note, before we get to the round table, one thing that's annoying me as like someone who understands the game, but know that as a viewer we know all the information and they don't. I just hate how hypocritical
Talk about it.
Peter pals are being. I say especially Trishelle and a little bit on John too, because why are you going to all the Bravo girlies talking about you need to vote Phaedra, you need to think that your friend could be a traitor. You not once have went to consider that Peter, your pal, could be a traitor. Because how you ignore all this evidence and low-key your evidence, the evidence against Peter is slightly more concrete than the evidence you have against Phaedra.
Is it?
Yeah, I really got a good bit against Peter, honestly.
Is it though?
It is.
I think so.
How is it you are known to have deals with two of the known traitors and explain that? And he tells you that he got recruited. That could be inoculating. You're saying you go in and tell you something. It's like, oh no, that didn't happen. In reality, it happened. So you wouldn't expect it.
Because I would have clocked him again. I know I'm skipping it just a little bit, but I'm glad you brought that up, just in case I forget. I would have brought that up at the table, and he's like, "Oh, I could have been a traitor. I didn't accept the recruitment." You didn't say you didn't tell the group that at the breakfast when it was asked.
So now you speaking up,
traitor.
Yeah, you had to have time to get your thoughts together, huh?
Traitor. We know you're not, but traitor.
Definitely traitor.
Exactly, but just in general sense of the game is like, why are you expecting other people to do something that you're not willing to do yourself?
Exactly.
Bias is floating around, but we're gonna leave it at that. So, like I said, the Peter pals going to this round table, they knew they had to pick their best person for the job. So John starts us off basically like, "You a traitor, Phaedra. I know you out here killing and murdering and slashing throats and backstabbing and lying and deceit.
He's so damn extra, yo.
You a cheater." Like, he just went
Deceiver, heartbreak.
I think he started with, "Hey, you're nice though. I love you, Phaedra.
I love you, Phaedra."
Like, shut up, John.
Hey, Phaedra, you cool, but let me tell you about what you've been doing in these streets. I like that, John.
Oh man. Actually, in fact, I got the clip because this was monumental. Because as Angie said, John got gathered too. They put their best person for the game. But one thing about Miss Phaedra Parks, she don't lose a round table argument. And then when Peter tried to jump in for the assist,
she would lose a case, but she would not lose an argument. Huh?
Okay.
Bars.
So I'm gonna play this. So let me know when y'all can hear it.
To sit on the fence, front and defeat the enemy.
Turn the volume up.
You gotta turn it up a little bit.
To the turn.
Oh.
Pleasure, you speak very eloquently. Unfortunately, this is not Parliament, so you could bring it down a notch and just get to the point. We would really appreciate it. In the case of me, I am a faithful. While you would love to protect Peter, what those two traitors who you so publicly said you banished had in common is both of them were in collusion with your romance friend, Peter. So what does that really mean? If you're such a traitor hunter, why aren't you talking about it? And since you're so publicly defend him, he likes me so much now, he wants to work with me.
Okay, that's not true. That's the conversation tonight.
You have all of these closed door meetings that you say, leave the room, I'll talk to you later.
There is nothing wrong in a game of traitors to want to have private discussions because you never know who's listening to you. If you're going to say there's something unlawful about doing that, we're just disconnected here.
You think that you can play all of these tricks? Plant this here, I'm going to plant this here. I'm a true faithful.
Josh.
Wait, you might have forgotten.
Wait for the clip to finish.
This is not the Bachelor. Kiss your ass for the rose.
I ain't got to kiss your ass for no rose, Peter.
Eric, I heard you mouth that word. Sorry.
I didn't
Go ahead,
mouth
Josh.
it.
No, wait, I lost my point.
No, get it back.
No, because it was said something that she said. Ooh, send me that video. I'm gonna listen to it real fast. It'll re-trigger it. Send it to me on Twitter.
I'll send it to you.
All right,
On Twitter
before we get on the Phaedra hype train,
No, just
say that I feel like I agree with everything Peter said though. The one place where Phaedra, the ultimate critical shot. Go for it.
No, I found it. I got it. I ain't going nowhere.
I will say the ultimate critical shot was her saying,
Say,
"Hey, he pulled me into a room today."
Mhm.
But I think Peter's point stands as well. He got two of the traitors out. It don't matter how I'm doing it. Are we supposed to shoot blindly? No.
Kissing roses. Why just like your name?
It's Phaedra love time. All right, Josh, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going. Yep, I remember what it was. Peter saying like about his closed door conversations. And the thing is, if you want to try to have these private conversations one on one behind closed doors, that means like you're particularly trying not to have an audience.
Mhm.
Right.
So that way, anytime someone tries to call you out on something, say, "No, I didn't say that," and it's just your word versus theirs.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have one other person that can verify, that can back up, that can exonerate, that can do all that stuff, and you're intentionally choosing not to have any witnesses, anyone that can verify the validity of any statements that are
Shady
made.
to me.
Yeah.
And then y'all couldn't see, but obviously, well, y'all saw on the show, but I was watching as I was listening, and here goes Trishelle while Peter.
Oh, bobblehead.
Be quiet. That's why she stayed quiet, because you knew you got ate up last time, so you had your mouth shut this table. So sit
Look
there.
around everybody
The
on
notebook wasn't ready.
Because she ain't got none of those pages, so she just sat there shaking her little head like, "Be quiet," because you know you gonna get ate up too if you say something.
I'm screaming.
Shoot, Phaedra put them
On
all
hush
on hush mode.
Mhm.
And so this, I mean, we've all been waiting for this line. This ain't the Bachelor. I ain't got a kiss your
Kiss your
for
ass
a rose.
for a rose.
We've been waiting for this line, and Phaedra did not disappoint. But we didn't know she was gonna gather Mr. John like that, the way she did. So I'm glad she let him know too. Since you so eloquently put that okay, I got you. She said, "I got your card, brother. I got you." And
She said, "That's a bit."
And she get to the point.
This is what I imagine watching like Muhammad Ali is like, just consistently dodging punches.
Muhammad Ali.
I don't get it.
I'm screaming
because
Phaedra do but be
you
bobbing and
got
weaving.
John
She do.
throwing haymakers, and those haymakers ain't Dan up, ain't Parva. And what does Phaedra do? She says, "Weave, jab, jab, Peter, uppercut." Like,
I mean, this woman, when we talk about skill, now this skill, I believe nobody has perfected it to the way she has done, and I don't think we'll ever see it again. Few can match the level. I know there are some in this reality TV world that we know that can match that level, but few can do it the way we've seen Phaedra do it with such grace and
she could
such
almost
conviction.
She could almost be going out thinking of Big Brother terms. She could be sitting on the block eviction night, supposed to go 7-2. She could flip all these votes. I truly believe in her that much, which is crazy to say.
Yeah, because
I
her
do
back is
think
against
Phaedra
the wall.
make it through, but this her last round table.
Yeah, is she winning? No, but she gave us so many moments, so many.
She gave us a lot of moments.
She
did pretty good.
She better be making t-shirts, making merch of all this if she wants more money.
Look,
I'm gonna get my sister to make me a shirt that's saying, "I ain't got to kiss your ass for a rose."
And then we tag Phaedra and they'd be like, "Girl, look, we give you the proceeds, some of the proceeds, but this our shirt. We go, what you call it? Not LLC it, but
the trademark
it.
Right.
So every time y'all say it, we're gonna do like the dancing doll did with the TSU. We're gonna trademark it.
Dancing doll's coming back, but that's another story.
So we're gonna trademark all her sayings so she can't use them unless she want us to get paid. Sorry, we wouldn't do that to Phaedra. We wouldn't do that. But yes, so this roundtable, clearly the people are turning, because even CT was kind of just like, he brought up the whole Sandra and Phaedra voting, for Trishelle, so it was suspicious for him, and he did vote for her. he voted for Phaedra. When the votes came around, CT voted for her, and that kind of I felt a little sadness. I don't know if anybody else did, but I was like,
because social media has pinned it and pointed out that CT and Phaedra has some made up figment of our imagination relationship, so it felt a little bit like a betrayal. Because I was like, my pearls are clutched.
I don't think Phaedra expected. Right. I don't think. Did you think she expected him to vote for her? I don't think she expected it, because like when he voted for her, she was like, CT.
But did somebody mention it here? I think somebody mentioned it here. I can't remember who. Y'all can let me know who said that. But I think Sandra made it seem like on a podcast that CT knew that Phaedra was a traitor. Because now that I see that comment, I can now see, looking at CT faces, like Phaedra, like I've been new.
Yeah,
like you my girl, but I've been new. Yeah,
and he was. We can see that he was wrestling with it. The fact that could she be a traitor? With last week specifically, like could she be a traitor? I don't know. I don't want to say she a traitor just yet. I don't want it to be. So I'm gonna stick with the poverty vote, and we're gonna see where the chips fall. Miss Deborah said he can go back to the challenge. She ain't here for it. So we go through the vote. So Phaedra, Kate, Sheree, and Sandra.
I'm about to drive a car today.
You know, like the cartoons.
That was me. I was about to say, child, but all this rain out here.
I was like, what's going on outside?
They don't want the votes read out.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all got going on over in y'all's destination.
I don't know, man.
We go to work over here.
I'm gonna look at my window right quick.
I will.
It sounded like a movie, Nicole. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It sounded like a movie. Oh man. So
you in the hood now, baby.
And is.
So we have, like I said, we have Phaedra, Sheree, Kate, and Sandra. They vote to banish Peter. Then you have Peter, Trishelle, John, and CT vote for Phaedra. And the last vote is down to MJ.
Michael Jordan. I mean, my bad, Michael Jackson.
Oh my God. Actually, her name is Mercedes.
Her name is Mercedes.
It's down to Mercedes. Yeah, her name is
Mercedes. I would have never guessed that woman's name was Mercedes. Mercedes Jackson?
Her name is Mercedes.
I don't know. What the J stand for?
No idea. Maybe that's her middle name. Mercedes Jasmine or something. I don't know. And so it's down to speculation. I know who she voted for because, thanks. Shout out to Mel on Twitter. He found some clips from pause. Next time, I need y'all to do better.
Javid.
So, yeah, I guess that's name Mercedes Javid or Javid. So, editors, please.
Oh, I thought you were being funny.
Like
Javid. Clean it up a little bit.
No, clean it up a little. Thank you. Clean it up a little bit. If you're
giving away so much. Don't show us a spoiler. Don't
show us no previews.
Just tune in next week and then put a period on it.
I'm gonna keep it real. Do we need previews? Maybe like a preview for like Kate coming, Dr. Will. You don't need to show that much. Shoot, people were hyped over the initial when it was like leaked by whoever it was, and then the traitors just did a screenshot of the names. People were hyped and ready to watch then. Yeah, you don't need to be like the challenge.
It doesn't need previews because you can literally just see, you're going to find something in any clip. The only previews they need to be showing is Alan talking. Okay? That just by himself talking. He can be talking about the challenge, whatever, because you're going to give something away every single time y'all put that.
Or at least, don't be showing previews for some in episode 10.
Yeah.
Feeling like this, you should be showing
episode 10 and episode 1. What are you doing?
Look, if anything, I know you want to get spoiled. You want to get some teasers.
I do, but like clean it up.
Some little teaser stuff to happen. It's like, okay, but like we've been knowing that line about the Bachelor. We've been waiting for that all season. That's how we know. Okay,
so if it didn't come, we like, oh, she's still gonna be here then.
She gonna still be
exactly. And I really feel like they need to edge it up. Like, don't be if something's that juicy. Let's be.
That should have been a trailer. That should have been a teaser from last week. They should have put that in the episode following up, like, ooh.
And I really feel like at the beginning of the season, we shouldn't see if they do the same format where they drop the first 3 episodes, or they're gonna be dropping the first 3 episodes the first night.
They just need to drop all of them.
No.
Yeah.
I strong disagree.
Well, how many episodes?
This show would have been forgotten.
Then drop
It would
another
have been
5.
forgotten if they dropped.
This show would have been forgotten about 4 weeks.
We would have
ago.
been done.
And
we would have been done,
and
but
5.
ain't no one would have cared. Everyone would have said, "Oh,
5
we ended with a
episodes.
John win."
Okay,
Ooh,
5 episodes,
boo-hoo.
4 episodes, and then the finale.
No.
3 weeks.
I think the 3 episodes and then 2 a week. I think that's a good one. I think
I
that's
could take that one, but if it was me,
Trees,
drop all of them.
You just don't want to record. That's all it is. Trees, she want to know who win.
I do want to record, but I'm impatient. I just want to see who win automatically, and then I'll talk about it. But I just don't have no patience.
So we have spoilers, but we can't say because we have 2 people on here that don't like spoilers. So we won't say them on here, and we know some of the listeners, viewers also don't like spoilers, so we won't say what happened, but we do know who go home. And so y'all just have to find out on Thursday because interesting. But y'all
look at my team. I haven't lost. I have brought it back from 2 down immediately, 2 left, and now I've tied the first
week.
Eli, you saying that now? You're not gonna be saying the same tune next week. On Thursday.
I don't know. I got my fingers and toes crossed.
You might lose everybody on your team.
Hey, you might as well. You might as well. Don't talk like that because you're 1 vote away from losing your whole team.
This is true. I'm gonna be
Josh
real.
could be out Thursday.
I'm gonna be real. Josh, you got 1 more day. Thursday. It's all right for you.
No matter what. Either way, we know yours is
You listen, I think next episode, or last episode, it's only 1 episode left, right?
2.
It may be 2.
I think 2 counting the reunion.
No,
or
next
is it just
week,
2 full episodes?
So this week and next week will be the finale. And
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So 3 episodes.
Don't encourage them.
Anyways, I think Peter is going next. I think Phaedra is after that, and then I think Sandra is going. I think those are the top 3 that's gonna be gone because since that little whisper in there, CT gonna spearhead it, like, especially once Phaedra gone, he gonna be like, we gotta get Sandra next because he already thinks she cooking, and so then we're gonna be left with.
But I don't think he had a vote.
Well,
he's not gonna have the votes.
Maybe
the Bravo girlies are gonna run the show after this.
Maybe
Bravo girls.
Even with Phaedra goes.
Maybe.
I don't know how did the finale work last
enough
time? When is it 4 people and then they go around in a little kumbaya circle and vote? Is that what it is?
I'll be real. I can't remember.
So if I remember correctly, they do like around. I know there's a round table before the final. After the final mission, so they do a final mission, and then there's one last round table where they banish someone before they go to the finale, which is 4.
And to avoid spoilers and just going into it too much, who's one person that you think is guaranteed to be in the final 4?
Sheree.
You don't think you don't think if Phaedra dies, Sheree's dead? Kate could Kate
who's gonna vote her? Why would Kate kill
because
Sheree?
Phaedra don't even be known. I mean, not Phaedra. Sheree don't even. What am I trying to say? This girl don't even be knowing what's going on half the time. They be like, yeah, she can come on to the end. She don't know what she doing.
I agree. CT and Sheree.
She ain't no traitor.
She
Isn't
ain't
it crazy
no
to think
traitor.
Trishelle is really close?
She
I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see who the remaining who the traitors.
I need that money. I'm cracking up. She need to finish that house.
I agree.
Because they can't miss. And they know that CT
she
has
finish
a
the
shield,
house?
so
The
CT's
chateau?
making it.
Yeah. She over worried about what's going on from 10 years ago. We over trying to talk about the traitors today. And you worry about that dang chateau. Chateau by Sheree.
Yep.
But no, Eli, I agree. It's gonna be interesting. And with the game coming to an end, it's really critical about like who, depending on what side you're looking at the game from, about who goes, who stays, and who needs to be voted for. So
thanks. I'm a little behind. I was like, did she ever finish that house?
because it wasn't nothing but dirt and grass and sticks. What they said.
That's how they looked at that girl. I remember she was building it, but I know she had some stuff to finish on it, but I couldn't remember she had finished.
And so spring, summer, spring, fall, winter.
Spring.
So yeah, going to it, I don't, regardless of what happens with this next thing, somebody else has to get murdered. If Trishelle or John has to be murdered next, I feel like there's no. They have to be.
I think if it's just Kate and Phaedra goes, I could see that then. But if Peter goes and the Peter's pals are Peterless, then what's the need to kill them? I guess because you aren't as close. They aren't a Bravo girl.
I hate to do this. I really hate to do this.
Oh God, what is it?
I kind of agree with Eli.
What?
I get one of those a month. Let's go.
Ugh, I feel sick to my stomach. I'm about to regurgitate my pizza.
Oh, please explain, because.
Okay, so I really feel like Phaedra now has to do something to try to deflect some of this heat off her, and unknowingly try to get it onto Sandra somehow. Because now that he's been planted in CT, there's a chance that with enough suspicion on Sandra, he might pivot and lay off Phaedra for a night, potentially. Like I said, Phaedra don't know this yet, but we know this as the audience. So if she murders a Peter pal, both of these housewives, let me ask this: besides Phaedra, who's the most suspicious looking housewife?
No one.
Exactly. I agree with everyone who says they want Trishelle to be murdered. I want her gone. I want her 6-7 feet buried deep. However, I do have to think about this logically. If she does not murder one of her Bravo girlies, she is definitely getting voted out. Guaranteed. At least if she takes out one of the housewives, one of her Bravo girlies, she has a chance of trying to put some heat on Sandra unknowingly. But that is the only possible way she could potentially even be safe from banishment.
I'd almost argue if Peter stays, Kate should keep all three and keep the tension. It's pretty much like in Big Brother. You have two sides of the house, Peter's pals and the non-Peter's pals, and you got to keep them feuding for as long as you can until you can just make it to the end and they forget about you. And in my mind,
but then
is it as smart?
That's where you lose me, because if you're Kate and you're kind of riding the fence, but you're really on the Bravo side, let's keep it real. Yeah. I think if Phaedra goes, Trishelle then sucks up and takes over CT.
Yeah, she
and brings him over to Peter Pal side. So then it's 4-4. And then she still would have, in that case, she would then have to still murder one of the Peter Pals.
Yeah.
To get the numbers on the Bravo side.
Yeah. Yeah, people are going to be flipping once they hear Peter was a faithful. Absolutely. If Peter's the one eliminated, banished tonight or Thursday, they will be. It's going to be like, okay, so what we need to do? Something.
I will say, if Peter goes, or if he stays, shoot, he got all bracket rights. He got all three traitors. Thanks to Dan a little bit.
That's
true. And that's what,
honestly,
and that's what I need to talk about. I'm glad you brought it up. That's the last point.
Oh, no, my bad, Dan.
You gotta talk about it. Dan gone. I don't worry about
Dan. We like you, Dan.
No, we have to talk about
over
it because I need y'all. We gonna talk about this because Dan ruined the Traitors game.
We already talked about that.
We didn't fully. I don't think
we're gonna double down on Tracy. We're triple, quadruple, quintuple.
Because we're starting to. We talked about it, but then now we're truly seeing those ripple effects of what he has done. Because you have Trishelle thinking she caught on to Phaedra on her own. No, you didn't. You have Peter thinking that he knew what he was doing the whole time. No, you didn't. It's because of Dan and his ego that he decided. True. Not even the fact that his ego.
I be twitching.
But listen, I'm mad at Dan, but I would have been Dan too. I'm leaving here with something. You coming with me?
But you're not leaving with nothing. You're not leaving with nothing.
Basically, it took a while, but he at home, they coming too.
And so it's annoying. It's almost frustrating because it's like if you would have just did what you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do, but make your moves make sense. If you would have just went for Parvati, which made sense, even though you still would have went home, Phaedra would have been able to play nearly what we would consider the perfect game, kind of like Sari did. And she never really would have been targeted, because had he not done that, Trishelle's not looking at her. The Peter Pals aren't geared towards her. And so she gets to continuously ride under the radar. And so I believe in ultimately Phaedra's game was the most impacted. Parvati was dead in the water since episode 1.
Oh,
so
for sure. For sure.
Headband wasn't making it to the end, no matter what she did. And so I believe that Dan, he has some pettiness. I don't know if it was just game pettiness, it was saltiness, it was bitterness. He had some kind of spirit.
He set out to put a target on her, so he's like, I'm going on, might as well keep it going.
Because she was playing the game that he wanted to play. It was hateration. Come on, up in this dancery. And so
up in this castlery.
And I hate it, because for me it took away from the game in the aspect of yes, vote out a traitor, all by all means, go against each other, write each other's name down, go with the crowd, but don't make it, you know what I'm saying, don't make it obvious that one of your fellow traitors, because you don't gain nothing from it. You gain nothing. So I don't know.
I do think it'll lead to an interesting reunion. I truly wonder if there'll be,
for sure,
not confrontation, but of course, just like
Phaedra.
I'm being real. If this was people I didn't like, I'd be like, you ate that. But
yeah,
I don't know. So
we gonna see. Yeah, she definitely she still called that man Dirty Dan. So she gonna get him. Yeah, he was irritated exactly. That she was undetected and threw a Hail Mary. And like I said, it even pisses me off that he knew that she was gonna side with him. He even said it out of his own mouth that he knew that she would have his back. And you still did that because you was bitter. Because you didn't knock enough dust off your resume before you came back into the game. But I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's my dog though.
He alright. I'm still mad at him. And Phaedra outplayed you and Parv 10 times over. I'm gonna just say that.
Yep, you're not wrong.
The dolled up housewife.
That conclude Traitors.
Oh, well, y'all.
That conclude
episode 9 recap.
Thank you all
so much for tuning in with us once again. We appreciate all the love and the support.
Oh, and I got one too.
Okay, announcement.
Oh, go ahead, Josh.
Shut me up then.
Okay. So we, as you know, we all kind of bonded over like our love of reality TV shows, but we also bonded specifically because of playing an online version of Big Brother. So right now, currently, I am playing an online version of Survivor called Expedition Online.
Cool.
Yes, so it's actually like Survivor affiliated, like online reality game of Survivor, pretty much Survivor format.
Okay.
And our coaches, I've been drafted onto Team Sandra.
Oh,
hey,
so Sandra, that's on the Traitors, is my coach.
Okay.
Wait, like actually, like you're talking to her, having conversations.
Okay.
Absolutely. The episode just premiered tonight. You can find it on YouTube.
She still got them braces.
Like I said, you can find us on YouTube at Expedition Online. Episodes
I don't know how long ago Traitors was.
At 9 p.m. EST every week, so you guys can join in and see, the journey of the game. See how I do.
So tell her to come on the pod. Thank you very much.
Right.
Tell the queen.
Say the name one more time. That was Expeditions.
Yes, Expedition Online. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Oh,
fire in the chat. Fire in the chat. Fire.
Well, speaking of, that's a nice transition. Speaking of Survivor, we will once again be covering Survivor Wednesdays after the episode around what 9:30. I think the episodes go.
This one goes 2 hours.
Huh?
I said the first 2 episodes will be 2 hours.
Yeah, the first premiere, yes, 2 hours. The first premiere, the premiere.
Lord.
And the second episode will be 2 hours too.
Ooh, I didn't know that much.
Back.
Being this long, Lord, we're gonna be recording almost midnight.
It's going on midnight. When Nene said it's going on midnight.
Let me pay attention because I'm gonna pay attention because then the podcast give them 32 minutes.
No, for real. Because Eli ain't here to take no. He won't be joining us because he decided to go play pickleball on Wednesdays.
Woo.
So I hope his league.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wednesday. That's the country. In Wednesday. This ain't no Texas. This is Texas. And also, while we are still here, Big Brother Canada, we will also be covering. Is coming. I love Big Brother Canada. Big Brother. Now that's my wheelhouse.
That's
that
Eli's
is
bag, baby.
my show. Yes.
Can we talk about they showed the house off?
The house, yes. And rumor has it that it could possibly be All Stars. There is a big giant yellow star, gold, whatever you want to call it, in the middle of the flow. It better be All Stars. I don't know if the whole cast is gonna be All Stars or if they're just gonna be returnees. But I do feel like there are people going to that we've seen before on the show. And yes, I sent out messages to a couple of my BB Can fam to say, hey, where you at? All I'm gonna say is I messaged 4 people and only 1 person got back to me. So we gonna see. So some of my faves, hopefully. That means some of our faves have been on the show or casted. But we shall see.
All I know
we don't know
is BB Can All Stars, whether it's half or full cast, has me way more excited than the idea of a Byyyeee US All Stars. I just want to say that. Shout out to BB Can. They're amazing cast and people over. Don't roll your eyes, Eric.
No, because I agree, because there's no topping BB7 All Stars for Byyyeee US. I just don't think they'll have a cast that can do it yet. We don't have enough people. I don't think there's enough people that can do it. So
you talking about Big Brother Canada?
No, in US, because he said it's better than anything. And I'm like, yeah, because I just don't see what they can do for All Stars. There are a few, I can count like 6 people, but I'm like, who are the 10 other people that y'all would cast for All Stars?
They couldn't do it just because a lot of the people that I would like to see play again won't play. So
won't play.
That's really what
or have already played umpteen times.
Yeah.
The true All Stars.
Right. And it's also a rumor that actual feeds will come back for Big Brother Canada. If so, I will be doing I don't know about daily recaps, but if something interesting pops up, check the Twitter page, and I'll be doing some recaps, and the guys and fellas, they'll join me from time to time if they're available. But for sure, Thursdays after evictions for Big Brother Canada, we will be recording. So Wednesdays and Thursdays for sure. And then
we may have a Sunday episode, maybe for feeds between the weekends. If it's feeds, because if it
gets popping, then we're gonna definitely throw that Sunday in there.
Yeah.
But we'll keep y'all updated. But I just wanted to give y'all an update for the next coming few months. We're
gonna be in Survivor 46 and BB Can 12.
Exciting.
And Deal in No Deal Island. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm gonna watch and see what that's about.
Talking about that.
We ain't talking about it.
Gonna watch it.
Yeah, because it's premiered tonight,
you know
right?
what? After Survivor, we can kind of throw in a little like after Survival, because I survived. So
I'm not gonna watch it in time. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Eli gonna be.
We might just throw it in just to talk about it for a half.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it is, because Rob is on here. So
don't care about Rob.
I like Boston Rob.
He cool. I'm being funny. He cool.
But yeah,
I ain't got a problem with him.
Exactly.
We voting for in November though.
We can ask a lot of our faves that.
You gotta ask. Who is it that I found out? Was Republican is I don't know what. Who was that I just found out? And I was like, oh, my pearls are clutched.
Dan?
Wait, Dan?
No, I thought Dan was fake Republican to get on the cast.
That's what I thought too. Look,
fake Republican.
I don't know, Chad. Whatever.
Oh man, but I don't know. Somebody else was. We love all our viewers, no matter what your politics is. It don't matter. We here for reality TV.
That's true.
Good TV.
As long as I mean, I'm gonna still talk about you if you vote for that orange Cheeto man. But listen,
that ain't
exactly.
Important.
What's not important?
So, who you like? What's your blue, red, green, yellow, whatever those colors?
I just be judging you if you do.
Anyway, thank you all for tuning in with this. Make sure you're listening on Apple and Spotify and other audio platforms, and you're downloading and you're telling your friends and your family, mama, auntie, cousins, daddies, wives, husbands, and kids, and you're leaving 5-star reviews, put those reviews on there. And then make sure you're subscribed. Shout out to our new subscribers because we get them on YouTube. We appreciate you at Who All Gonna Be There. And make sure you're following us on Twitter and IG at Who All There. To also keep up with what we got going on. As always, we appreciate you all for hanging out with us tonight.
We love y'all.
Until next time, we'll be back Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
This is Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place